Are you unknowingly making dating mistakes that could be scaring women away? We all make them, but the key is to learn from them and adapt. Let's break down the top 5 pitfalls and how to avoid them, so you can navigate the dating world with confidence and increase your chances of finding that special someone. It's time to bring your A game and make a lasting impression for all the right reasons. We've all been there. You meet someone you're excited about and you can't stop thinking about them. Your mind races with possibilities and you find yourself constantly checking your phone, hoping for a message or a sign of interest. But bombarding her with texts can be a major turnoff. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement and want to share every thought and feeling, but this can quickly become overwhelming for the other person. It can come across as needy, clingy, and even desperate. No one wants to feel suffocated by constant communication, especially in the early stages of getting to know someone. Remember, women are drawn to men who have a sense of independence and aren't constantly seeking validation. Confidence and self-assuredness are attractive qualities that show you have your own life and interests. Instead of sending multiple texts in a row without a response, try to give her space to breathe. Focus on your own activities and hobbies and let her come to you when she's ready. Let the conversation flow naturally, and if she's interested, she'll definitely respond and reciprocate that energy. A balanced exchange of messages shows mutual interest and respect for each other's time. Think of it this way: would you appreciate someone blowing up your phone when you're trying to go about your day? Probably not. It can be distracting and even irritating to deal with constant notifications. Give her the same courtesy and trust that a healthy dynamic involves space for both individuals. Building a strong connection takes time and patience, and respecting each other's boundaries is key to a successful relationship. Use this time to invest in yourself. Pursue your passions, spend time with friends, and engage in self-care. When you're happy and fulfilled on your own, it makes you more attractive and interesting to others. When you do communicate, make it meaningful. Share interesting stories, ask thoughtful questions, and show genuine interest in her life. Quality over quantity is the key to keeping the spark alive. Deep connections are built on meaningful interactions, not on the frequency of messages. Take the time to truly get to know her, and let her get to know the real you. Patience and understanding go a long way in building a lasting relationship. Trust the process and enjoy the journey of getting to know someone new. In the end, a relationship built on mutual respect, understanding, and space will be much stronger and more fulfilling. So, take a step back, give her room to breathe, and watch your connection grow naturally. One of the biggest mistakes men make is dominating the conversation and only talking about themselves. This can quickly turn a potentially great date into a tedious experience for the other person. It's great to be excited and passionate about your life, but remember, dating is about getting to know each other. Sharing your stories and experiences is important, but it should be a mutual exchange. When you monopolize the conversation, it sends the message that you're not genuinely interested in her thoughts, feelings, or experiences. This can make her feel undervalued and unimportant. Instead, focus on engaging her in a meaningful way. This means being genuinely curious about her life, her interests, and her opinions. Ask open-ended questions that encourage her to open up, such as, "What are you passionate about?" Or, "What's something you've always wanted to do?" These types of questions invite her to share more about herself. Actively listen to her responses. This means not just hearing her words, but understanding the emotions and thoughts behind them. Show that you are engaged by nodding, maintaining eye contact, and giving verbal affirmations like, "I see," or "That's interesting." Show genuine interest in what she has to say. This can be done by asking follow-up questions or sharing your own related experiences in a way that keeps the conversation balanced. Remember, a conversation is a two-way street, and it's about finding a balance between sharing and listening. It's not just about talking, but also about creating a space where both people feel heard and valued. This balance is key to building a strong connection and making the date enjoyable for both parties. By being mindful of how much you talk and making an effort to include her in the conversation, you show that you respect and value her as an individual. This can lead to deeper, more meaningful interactions and a stronger connection overall. So next time you're on a date, remember to share the spotlight. Let her voice be heard and take the time to truly listen. This simple shift can make a world of difference in how your date perceives you and how the relationship develops. The art of conversation is not just about speaking well, but about listening well too. It's about creating a dialogue that is enriching and enjoyable for both people involved. Master this art, and you'll find that your dates become more engaging, fulfilling, and successful. Chapter 3. Be present, be engaged. The power of now. In today's digital age, it's easy to get distracted by our phones and social media. Notifications, messages, and endless scrolling can pull us away from the present moment. We often find ourselves more engaged with our screens than with the people around us. However, when you're on a date, it's crucial to be present and give her your undivided attention. This means truly engaging in the conversation, making eye contact, and showing genuine interest in what she has to say. It's about creating a connection that goes beyond the superficial. Put your phone away, silence notifications, and make her feel like she's the only person in the room. This small gesture can make a significant difference. It shows that you prioritize her over the digital world and that you value the time you're spending together. Constantly checking your phone or letting your attention drift sends a clear message that you're not fully invested in the date. It can make her feel unimportant and undervalued. Remember, the goal is to build a meaningful connection, and that requires your full attention. Women can easily tell when you're not fully present, and it can be a major turnoff. They notice the little things like when your eyes wander to your phone or when your responses become less enthusiastic. These signs can make her feel like you're not genuinely interested in her. Show her that you value her time and company by being an attentive and engaged listener. Ask questions, share your thoughts, and be genuinely curious about her experiences and opinions. This not only makes the conversation more enjoyable but also strengthens the bond between you. Being present also means being aware of the environment around you. Enjoy the ambiance, the setting, and the little moments that make the date special. Whether it's a beautiful sunset, a cozy cafe, or a quiet park, these elements add to the experience and create lasting memories. Shared experiences like trying a new dessert or toasting to a special moment can bring you closer together. These moments of joy and connection are what make a date memorable. They remind you both of the fun and happiness that comes from being fully engaged with each other. As the date comes to an end, being present in the moment can leave a lasting impression. A heartfelt goodbye, a warm hug, or even planning your next date can show her that you truly enjoyed your time together and are looking forward to seeing her again. Reflecting on the date afterward, you might find yourself smiling at the memories you created. A simple message thanking her for the wonderful time can go a long way in showing your appreciation and keeping the connection alive. In the end, the power of now lies in the ability to be fully present and engaged. It's about making the most of the time you have together and creating meaningful connections that can lead to lasting relationships. So the next time you're on a date, remember to put away the distractions and focus on the person in front of you. The rewards of being present are truly priceless. Chapter 4. Humility goes a long way. Ditch the arrogance. Confidence is incredibly attractive, but there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. Bragging excessively about your accomplishments, possessions, or social status can be a major turnoff for women. It comes across as insecure and trying too hard to impress. Instead of boasting, let your actions and character speak for themselves. Focus on being your best self, being humble, and letting your genuine qualities shine through. Women are more attracted to men who are grounded, approachable, and comfortable in their own skin. Chapter 5. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't rush commitment. It's important to be upfront about your intentions, but coming on too strong and rushing into a serious relationship can be overwhelming for women. Let the relationship unfold organically, and allow yourselves to get to know each other at a comfortable pace. Enjoy the journey of dating and discovering your compatibility. Pressuring her for commitment early on can create unnecessary pressure and ultimately push her away. Remember, building a strong and lasting connection takes time, patience, and mutual understanding. Outrow, reflect, adjust, and conquer the dating game. Dating can be a challenging but rewarding experience. By being mindful of these common mistakes and making a conscious effort to avoid them, you'll significantly increase your chances of success. Remember, self-awareness is key. Take some time to reflect on your own dating behaviors and be open to making adjustments. Have you made any of these mistakes in the past? Share your experiences in the comments and let's learn from each other's journeys. By supporting each other and sharing our experiences, we can all navigate the dating world with more confidence and authenticity.